Some places, such as houses and buildings, often keep a lot of mystery, especially if the place has been left behind for years.
Well, consequently, the place could be inhabited by the spirits, and there is a possibility that critters was the previous occupant of the building.
And now, we're going to tell you most haunted places in the world. I am Richard.
And I am Bayu.
Stay tuned.
Number 1.
Alcatraz, the infamous home to some equally infamous prisoners, including mobster Al Capone. Alcatraz has had reports of paranormal activity from visitors. Former prisoners and guards, Leon Whitty Thompson, a former inmate who later conducted tours of the prison, was waiting for a tour group in the 1980s when he claimed he saw a large, looming figure at the end of Michigan Avenue and swore it was the ghost of an inmate he had been friendly with called Johnny House. Other visitors have heard crying and screams, and recently the figure of a woman was snapped through a cell window by holidaymakers in San Francisco.
So do you think that Alcatraz is the first scariest place in the world?
Yeah, I think so. Because you know that Alcatraz is a prison. So many people who died in there.
Continue.
Number 2.
The Legend of the Land of Doll. It said that a girl was found drowned in mysterious circumstance many years ago on this island, and that the dolls are possessed by her spirit. Local legends said that the dolls moved their heads, arms, and even opened their eyes. Some witnesses claim they had heard the dolls whispering to each other, while others who were on a boat near the island said the dolls lured them to come down to the island. But how do all these creepy dolls get on the island? Don Julian Santana Barrera was the caretaker of the island. The story goes that Julian found a little girl drowned in mysterious circumstance while he was not able to save her life. Shortly thereafter, Julian saw a floating doll near the canals. Most probably the doll belonged to the girl. He picked up the doll and hung it to a tree as a way of showing respect and support the spirit of the girl. Otherwise, question even the existence of the drowned girl. Reports conclude that Julian has made up the story about the girl in his solitude. Julian was apparently haunted by the spirit of the girl and started hanging more dolls in an attempt to please her spirit. He soon realized the dolls themselves were possessed by the spirit of that girl, and continued to collect creepy dolls, hanging them over the entire island. According to those close to him, it was as if Julian was driven by some unseen force that completely changed him. Apparently, he was very marked by the fact that he was not able to save the little girl's life. After 50 years of collecting dolls and hanging them on the island, Julian was found dead, drowned in the same spot where the girl did. Many people on the island believe that Julian has joined the other spirit of the island. The locals are very grateful that the Isla de las Muñecas is a karmic place, or as known as the Island of Doll. After Julian's death in 2001, it has become a tourist attraction where the visitors bring more dolls. Since the death of Julian, the island has become very famous and has even been featured in many articles and even TV shows. Although the action of Don Julian was innocent and even admirable, it ended up being portrayed as a real nightmarish destination.
So, how many dolls are hanged in that place?
I'm not sure, but the landlord will hang all of the doll that the visitor are bringing to the island, because it is to make the honor of the dead children who die in the island, and that's the legend say. If you wanna visit the island of Doll in Mexico, please make sure that you bring doll with you. How many doll, it doesn't matter, but please bring doll to make sure that you alive out there. Continue.
Number 3.
The suicide forest is, without question, one of the scariest places in the world. People often find clothing or body parts while traversing through its so-called sea of trees, the result of the inordinate number of self-inflicted death that occurs there every year. Some estimate that it's around 100 suicides annually. But that's not the only reason that Suicide Forest is a place you should probably don't want to visit. Located at the base of Mount Fuji, Aokigahara also plays a role in Japanese mythology and is considered to be one of the most haunted places in all of Japan, with believers reporting a very high number of yurei or Japanese ghosts who suffered a violent and unnatural death, as well as demons. And even those paranormal beings don't cover all of the weird stuff that goes in there. So have a look at these 6 creepy stories from within Aokigahara Forest, if you dare. The Curse. During a Vice documentary that takes a tour of the forest, an extremely creepy curse is found. There's a Jack Skellington-like doll with his face cut off, nailed upside down to a tree as a sort of inverted crucifixion. According to a documentary's guide, Azusa Hayano, they nailed this character upside down as symbol of contempt for society. No, it's more like a curse. The curse is nailed it. Apparently, it's not that uncommon for those killing themselves to leave behind. People often report hearing blood-curdling, unnatural screams while wandering the forest, said to be made by Yurei, a writer for the Japan Times, told of an incident where he heard a terrifying scream in the forest. When he went searching for source of the noise, he came across the dead body of a man at the base of a tree. A quick examination revealed that the corpse had been dead for some time and could not have been the source of the scream, but maybe his spirit was.
Whoa, is that real?
Yeah, it is real.
Is it allowed by the government?
Yeah, the Japanese people are allowed to suicide in the suicide forest by the government.
Why?
Because
And why people go there?
because in one country there are so many stressful people in that country now, so the government do not want that their people are suicide in every place. They want the suicide is centered in the one place, and that is suicide forest. And even from now, suicide forest is not prohibited. Suicide forest is not forbid for us to suicide there.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
cool. That are the 5 most scariest place in the world. If you're one of those who are afraid of believe and not believe of such things, go and see by yourself. And if you see something, I'm not gonna take any responsibility for whatever happened to you.
And now, based on the video, which place do you think is the most haunted place? You can comment in the comment column below. And don't forget to like this video.
That's all from us.
Thank you and watch out.